I'm Aaron Scherer. I'm been attending Sanctuary since we moved back to the Iowa City area in 2016. So coming up on 5 years now. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Internal Medicine at the university. So I dabble in a lot of areas of medicine, but my major research areas are the psychology of infection prevention and control and risk communication, with a focus mostly on adult vaccination. I test hypotheses or potential messaging strategies through online surveys and survey-based experiments. So just a recent example of a study we ran. We had participants read about the need to maintain at least 6 feet distance from people they don't live with. And everyone read the exact same information, answered the exact same questions, except we randomly assigned them to one of 4 labels of distancing practices. So the one everyone knows is social distancing, and the second most common one is physical distancing. And then a third and fourth we used were physical distancing, not social distancing, and then social connectedness with physical distance. So again, everything's exactly the same other than the labels we used. And we found that people had the highest intentions to engage in distancing practices in the future when the physical distancing label was used. So even though social distancing is the more common and first use, that's kind of the implication is maybe we should start switching to physical distancing and using that more. Well, a doctor's recommendation is going to be the strongest thing that predicts whether people get vaccinated or not. But then the other thing would be getting trusted individuals to kind of communicate about, the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, for example. And so it's a matter of kind of getting the right people to share the right information. Because otherwise, and this has been one of the blind spots in public health and medicine, is that they assume that people don't engage in the right health behaviors because there's either some gap in knowledge or some distortion in knowledge. And so they think, if we just give people information, the right information, then they'll do the right thing, which clearly is not the case. Obviously, there's lots of both kind of implicit and explicit motivations that drive people that actually, change the way they process information. So vaccination is one of the few health behaviors we can engage in that affect other people. And as we've seen with the COVID pandemic, marginalized people groups and disenfranchised groups are disproportionately affected by infectious disease outbreaks. And at least my read on our faith right now is that it calls us to stand with and for those who are marginalized and disenfranchised. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so interested in improving vaccine uptake.